Am revenit în direct. Ce înseamnă transformarea digitală în afaceri, ce înseamnă securitatea IT, puterea cloud-ului și oportunitățile legate de inteligența artificială. Prinzim o discuție cu Martin HÖRHAMMER, CEO Medialine. Martin, hello, how are you?
Hello, nice meeting you, and thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm wonderful here in Germany.
Where are you right now? In Germany, but where in Germany?
In Western Germany, near Frankfurt. In the west southern part, actually we had a bit of weather in the last days in Germany, so it was adventure times.
How is the Germany doing? I mean, in economic terms.
Yeah, generally, I think you hear a lot about Germany that we are struggling about a current existing household crisis regarding the public financial planning. I don't know if you heard it in Romania. I hope, or I'm more than sure that you heard it. That we have currently a bigger issue regarding our public spending, so we have to reallocate the money.
The budget was rejected.
The budget was completely rejected, and this is something which is going continuously through the news, and it's not good for the economy, because what an economy needs is stability, is trust in its continuity, and if things are changing that fast, because you know that there is no current stability on the public budget, then this leads to insecurities in the economy, and that doesn't help the economy.
So right now Romania is more stable than the Germany. I mean, in terms of politics and budget.
Yes, absolutely. In terms of budget, I agree with you. And therefore it's always good to be in several countries active, but generally things are going their way, and now there are multiple crises in the world and in Europe, so more or less we get used to it and we deal with it, and we know how to deal with it. The interesting thing is that the German stock exchange and stock market didn't react at all to this budgetary crisis, so it went further up. We are
there are too many
going
liquidity.
near to high levels, so you see that the economy is robust and getting used to those kind of games, and we just look ahead and say they have to fix it, and they're going to fix it.
Medialine, you started your company with your brother Stefan in 1990. In 2002 you come here in Romania, and after 21 years, what is the situation with your company Medialine here in Romania?
Romania, and we as a company, we did an amazing journey in Romania. We initially started 21 years ago to use Romania, or to see Romania more as a potential market for skilled workers, helping us to develop good software. And this completely changed, because today, 21 years later, we are present on the Romanian market as a player where we see that in Romania, innovation in IT business is really taking place. So there is a lot of progress, a lot of innovation, and many good ideas with good people helping us to bring the digital transformation forward. So we are happy to be in Romania. We have an amazing team there.
How many people, how many IT guys you have here in Romania, girls?
In Romania, we are actually, this is, you are putting one super interesting point. We have nearly half and half women and men, which is quite unusual, because in Germany, in IT business, it's a typically man-dominated business, and in Romania, we have the situation that we have nearly gender equality, which is an amazing thing. But there are in Romania, in our company, about 35 people.
25 people. Okay.
Yeah, 35 people in Romania. We are
35.
growing. Yeah, 35. We are growing in Romania continuously, but actually, yeah, at the moment there are 35 people in Romania.
Medialine, what your company doing right now? Because you mentioned you started as a software company in 1999, 2002 when you come here in Romanian, and now, right now, how you see your company, what your company is doing, and so on.
Yeah, we are driving the digital transformation for mid-range companies. So what we are doing is we have a complete ecosystem of cloud services, of infrastructure services, and of software services to digitize processes, companies, and their go-to-market. So what we do is we help companies to be resilient for the future, to manage their cybersecurity, to innovate their processes, and to run their IT infrastructure, because IT today and nowadays is kind of the blood circuit of companies, because without IT you're not able to deliver, you're not able to process, you're not able to bring your processes forward. And what we do is we help companies to digitize faster, to innovate faster, and to run stable and resilient infrastructures and platforms.
From a scale to 0 to 10, where is Romanian in digitalization, the process and all the activities, as you mentioned, compared with the German company?
There's one big difference between Germany, or general between bigger countries with a longer history on technology impact compared to countries that are more agile, like Romania. First of all, regarding the digital transformation, Romania is much further than Germany. Why? Because we are struggling in Germany with very simple issues. For example, if you go to old European economies, we have simple issues like broadband access, which is still kind of limited. That means that there are regions where we are dealing with old copper cables to bring internet to the households, to people working from home.
So Romania is more advanced in internet infrastructure.
Romania is further advanced because the advantage is you didn't have this 70, 80 years technologies, 90 years technologies to renew. You had the chance to completely build it new in the last 25, 30 years. And we have to deal with some heritage of old technology. That's one hand. The other hand is when you are more technology oriented, it is usually your aim that you are more open to new things. So what we see is that, for example, German companies, when you talk about AI, which is a very good example, German companies are struggling about how is the regulation, how is data protection going, how is the law for it? Do I have the risk to lose my data? Do I have potential risk on my intellectual property? And if you look on the same topic on Romania, you see, hey, let's try it. Let's try how it can help me to improve my business, to make my business faster. So there is more the chance which is seen, and in Germany there's more the risk which is seen. And there is a potential and very significant research on it. I don't know if you ever heard about the global risk avoidance score, and Germany has a very high risk avoidance score, so people don't want to take risks. And in Romania, we see many chances that people take opportunities and say, look, let's have a look on it. We just bootstraply go on it and let's try it. We don't know if it works or what comes out, but let's try it. And this opportunistic approach is something that helps the IT industry in Romania at the moment very much to help to transform.
Okay, do you have a complex solution? Because, you know, when you go in a company, you said, my specialty is right now, I mean, in cloud computing, yeah, in cloud, okay, but I don't have knowledge in cyber security, or I don't have knowledge in artificial intelligence. So I am expert only in cloud computing. Do you have all these things as a supermarket?
Yes, we are kind of a organization that has under one roof, under one rooftop, all the specializations combined. There is no specialist that knows all the disciplines of IT. There is no specialist that knows security, applications, databases, AI, and so on. Those people are not existing, and they will not exist because it's a lot of complexity in it. What our scope is we want to manage the complexity. So we want to make sure to handle this complexity. And for this reason, Medialine is a company where we have several specialized, highly specialized units, like a cybersecurity unit, like a unit for cloud, like a unit for infrastructure, like our software units. And we combine those specializations, but bring one experience to the customer. So we are more like a shop-in-shop supermarket where you have many specialized shops, but we bring the complete story to the customer. And this is one of our main competitive advantages, that the customer gets somebody with us, with Medialine, orchestrating the complexity. Because if you are a customer, your main challenge today is that you're unable to manage the complexity. Any provider is coming with specialized requirements, with interfaces, with the necessity and the ability how to combine the products, how to integrate the systems, how to link them, how to make them secure in between. And we want to speak the customer's language and say, hey, we take care about it because we have the specialized units in our company, specialized teams, and we bring them all together. There are 500 people within Medialine. For us, there is no borders in Medialine. So there is not Romania, Austria, Germany. We work together as a team. So we have Romanian specialists doing projects in Germany. We have Austrian specialists doing projects in Romania and so on. Because that's one of the advantages in IT, that in IT, we are working borderless. So there is no local, regional cut off like in other businesses where you need to be with all the know-how on premise, on site.
How many clients do you have in Romania? And in what
actually,
sector?
Yeah, actually, we serve in Romania about 85 companies.
Okay.
So we are in B2B only, of course. And we have the full range of sectors. So we have customers in automotive, we have customers in construction, we have customers in service providing, we have software companies where we help them to perform their software, and we have customers in logistics and transportation. So what we do is we are kind of a road builder. So we build the foundation, the platform, the roads where the processes can run on. So we are not bound to a specific branch or specific industry, at least in infrastructure. That's something else in software. There we have some specialized industry solutions, but on infrastructure, cloud, and AI, it's generally.
Okay, how is working a project? You have an assessment of a company, how you can digitize the operation.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you cover every year all the problems that come.
Yeah.
And
so
the
actually,
company pay a fee. You have let's say a bill, first bill, and then a fee monthly.
Yes, it's kind of working like a bit. It's working like like a consumption-based model in energy. So first of all, the big advantage of the cloud is for the customer that you just pay for what you use. And first of all, our very first question is with customers to look for an option where can we optimize the business. So when we have a German proverb where we say, how much does it cost? What does it bring to me as an advantage? So what's in it for me? And this is the very first question we put on the customer side to say, what is your goal which you want to achieve? So do you want to be faster in your go-to-market? Do you want to act more economic on your processes and optimize your efficiency? Or do you just, for example, want to improve your resiliency to say, I want to be more secure, I want to make my business more resilient, for example, for cyber attacks? And then when this is clear, so when we have a clear scope to say, look, where can we help? So can we help to make the IT processes faster, or to digitize the processes in go-to-market like CRM or ERP, or like in document management, then we usually start, as it always starts, with consulting. So we create concepts and we say, what is the way to go? How is our roadmap? And how is what are the performance indicators we want to achieve? So what is our common goal? Where do we want to stay in 6 months, in 1 year, in 1.5 years? Because AI changed a lot here. 3 or 5 years ago, we were talking with customers about very clear waterfall projects. So we say, look, now we stand here, tomorrow we want to stand here, and we want to achieve this and that. Now AI changes a lot, because you also have to try things where you don't know the result yet. So yes, there's endless possibilities on one side, but on the other side, you have to control the flow to say, am I still on the right way? And then when we say, look, now we have a concept, then we start delivering the services. So we start delivering the infrastructure, the connectivity, the security, and those are usually monthly fees. So the customer cares about his business. We care about the IT. We usually work with the IT people on the customer side, because mid-range customers have their own teams, and they help us to integrate it into the customer's processes and organizations. And then we have monthly fees for the usage of our services, like our cloud.
In your case, do you have, you target specific companies? I mean, I want company with turnover over 5 or 10 million euro, with 100 yes. People. What is the minimum?
Yeah, so mainly it is not the turnover, but it is the question, does the customer and the company have a digital DNA? So when, for you as a company, you can be a super big company and you can say, IT is not a profit center for me, it's just a cost center. So I don't see the advantage why I should invest in IT, because I just need computers and I need my Outlook and I want to send mails, but I have no IT specific value add in companies. To be honest, I think that those companies, and we think that those companies won't exist anymore in 10 years, but this is something else. That's the management discussion. But first of all, the important thing is our customer needs to see IT as one of the strategic assets to grow, to ensure quality, to be resilient, to keep his organization up to date. And of course, our services deliver a lot of experience to the customer, and the customer needs to be able to handle with this. So we need companies or our target customer usually has more than 150 or 200 IT users. Yeah? If there are less than those numbers of IT users, it's mostly hard for us
so
to manage it.
150, 200 IT users, first of all.
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
and it's not about the turnover.
It's not about the turnover.
If you have 200 IT users, I mean the turnover, it's higher. It's
higher. It's not companies with 1 or 2 million. So what you told me, 10, 15 million turnover. Yeah, this is something and thing. There's also a big difference between the size of the countries. Yeah? For example, I would not like to include here Romania, no, but let us just compare Germany and Austria. If you have in Austria in a specific domain and turnover of 50 million per year, you may be the market leader. In Germany, you might be unimportant with this turnover because the market is 10 times bigger. Yeah, so you always have to align this also on the market side. So if we in Germany talk about Mittelstand, the mid-range companies with
the backbone of
Mittelstand. Yeah, there are
economy.
companies having 15,000 people and they say we are Mittelstand. And in the United States, there are companies saying, we are Mittelstand, but they have 100,000 people in the company. So there is a totally different
if you compare to the Chinese company, you know.
Yeah. But exactly. Yeah. And this is just to summarize this up. That means also in Romania, maybe our customers are a bit smaller, but they are not less innovative, and they also need our services independent from the size.
In Romania, you work with Romanian companies, I mean Romanian entrepreneur companies,
yes.
100, or you work for multinational?
Both. So, for example, in finance industry, most of the companies are international,
yes,
because there's a global or a European financial market. But we are entrepreneurs. My brother and me, we are entrepreneurs, and our people in the company, we have a lot of talented, skilled people who think entrepreneurial. So they think like entrepreneurs. And this leads us to the situation that companies working with us, most of our customers work for decades with us. We still have our customers which started 20 years ago to work with us. They like entrepreneurship, and therefore we are always happy to see that companies had an idea. They started maybe from the garage, and now they are super innovative, and they are possibly the market leader, or they are with their innovation on a specific business, and therefore we are always happy to work with those companies with short decision-making processes, with personal relations to the customers, where you have a lot of trust. And this is one hand, but the other hand is the companies are consolidating, and you have more and more financial investors, private equity, and so on. For this reason, it is absolutely sure that many, like half and half of our customers are multinationals, are global corporations, are companies acting in many countries and many markets, which is also interesting and challenging, but it's another type of business.
Okay, in Romanian, what is the minimum budget for the project? I mean, you start as a 100,000 euro and maybe goes to 1 million. I given an absurd example, hypothetical example.
I would like to answer this question with a relative value.
Yes.
I think that, and we think that companies should invest at least 15 to 20% of their yearly profit into innovation.
Okay.
Because this is one of the most important things, and IT is one of the innovation drivers. If you see what we can do with IT, with AI, with the Internet of Things, with cybersecurity, with robotic, you have in Romania amazing robotic process automation companies that are now New York Stock Exchange listed.
Yeah.
So you see the potential of this business, and therefore you should more see what is the company able to invest, because the company must be on one hand stable and must be able to pay their bills, but on the other hand you must invest in innovation, and if you invest about 15 to 20% of your yearly profit into innovation, then majority of this budget, maybe 50% of this innovation budget also goes to the digitization and IT, because with digitizations you can address the markets.
Medialine, overall, what is the total turnover on a year? You have
200, 200 million euros. So we publish this. This is no secret.
200 million euro.
Yes, we are moving about 200 million euros turnover per year. There are 500 people in Medialine. We are massively growing. So Medialine is growing organic, as we really help our customers to create a return on investment on their investments done. For example, we have very good customer success stories where we see that customers tell us, look, we did an investment, for example, into a digital process, and now we see our total cost of the process, and we had a return on investment of 6 or 12 months. So they had a quick payback of what they did, and therefore we are growing fast. There is organic growth, so that means we hired 70 people this year in Europe.
And how many in Romanian? Or in Romanian the salary is is higher?
In Romania 10 this year. I think 10. In 23. We also moved to a bigger office, so we are also growing in Romania, also in the Romanian market. You are telling an interesting thing. You say the salaries are high. I wouldn't say the salaries are high. The salaries must fit the value and the knowledge somebody brings. And if you have a lot of knowledge, and if you're bringing a good value contribution to a company, then it is more than fair to ask for a salary that must fit your value,
your knowledge, your CV.
Yeah, your knowledge. And you have in Romania the situation that there are many people bringing a lot of knowledge and a lot of value. And I think there we are on a European level. So if a company today comes to Romania and says, I go to Romania and I develop software there because it's less expensive to do this, then this is possibly the wrong ways. You should more see
it's a wrong proposition.
The proposition is wrong.
Yeah, and the last question, you come here in 2002. Okay,
yes.
So you know Romania from 21 years. Okay, do you see any development here in Romania? What was Romanian in 2002 when you come first, and how is now?
Yeah, so first of all, what we see, we don't see the whole picture of Romania. We have a picture about, to say, in our IT bubble, let's explain it like we go with a lamp, with a lamplight through a dark room, so we can only see very particular parts of the economy and the country. But what we see is very positive. On one hand, we see a generation shift of young people who are able and open to change things. So in every country, you have the situation that people are maybe not happy with the current situation and they see economical risks and so on. But we see an open society which is more and more getting creative. So creativity was massively increasing in the last 20 years, which is important. The ability to interconnect, so to see, okay, what can we do very good in Romania? Where can we help others? And of course, what we also see is that you have a lot of motivated people who say, okay, we look ahead to the future. So we don't look back, we look ahead.
The young generation, because the old generation always, when you are old, always you look in the back. So, Martin.
It's particularly yes, but not always. So we also see people who are part of this movement, and this is very positive. So generally, and of course, what we see is there's a massive economical development. So that's something, especially in the metropolitan area. If you have a look on Bucharest, this is amazing what happened. I always tell all my friends, I tell them, go to Romania, visit the country. It's not only wonderful from a landscape view if you go to the countryside, it's also a pulsating and really amazing European metropolitan city with Bucharest to see what happened there, because many people underrate what happened in Romania there.
Okay, Martin, thank you very much for your interview. A fost Martin HÖRHAMMER, CEO Medialine Group, o companie care înființată germană, înființată în 1999, din 2002 a venit aici în România și își continuă operațiunile. Cam atât a fost ZFL de astăzi, ne revedem vineri, mâine vă revedeți cu Răzvan Botea, noi ne revedem vineri, să aveți o zi bună în continuare.
Știu ce spun.
Marcel Ciolacu și-a prezentat în Parlament și Senat forma finală a reformelor fiscale.
Trăim un moment istoric, nu se mai poate. Am reușit să ne întoarcem în comunism.
Știu ce te interesează.
Pierdem 2% din PIB pentru că nu suntem în Schengen.
Domnule Marcel Ciolacu, și eu m-am săturat să nu fie doar vorbe, să fie și fapte.
Știu cum să te fac curios.
CEO-ul Meta a anunțat lansarea primilor ochelari dotați cu inteligență artificială. Port ochelare ea șmecher și vin și mă uit către tine și datele tale cine știe pe unde ajung.
Știu cum să te emoționez.
Zelenski numără și eroi români de-al nostru Radu Osu. A fost prin tranșee, s-a ascuns de rachete, continuă să ajute Ucraina chiar dacă nu pune pe masă miliarde.
Știu să conving.
Polonia și-a schimbat politica.
Se gândesc să le livreze din nou arme ucrainenilor.
A fost Zelenski care a anunțat că îi dă în judecată pentru ce îi dai în judecată pe oamenii ăștia care te sprijină.
Știu să câștig.
Ai avut o apărare slabă.
Știu, deci știi.